Falcon Zero here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have another episode of Game versus Game, and none other than Kirby Star Allies going up against Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. With both of these juggernaut giants, let's see which who can puff their way or swing their way into victory. And I just want to let you know, remember, this is my opinion and my opinion only, and I would love to know your opinion in the comments below. With that underway, let's see if I can entertain you guys for a couple minutes here. The first subject we are going to look at is the difficulty of both of these games, and with collectibles or non-collectibles, one game definitely stands out more than the other as being more difficult. And I can go back and forth on saying that Kirby Star Allies does seem to appeal to a more casual audience on a 2D platformer, as DK Tropical Freeze, it really has precise jumps and movement to get through the game. And in my opinion, I'm gonna have to give the difficulty to Donkey Kong because I like the harder difficulty when I'm playing the game and thought it was very challenging at times. The next subject we're going to look at is the multiplayer aspects for this game, and both of these games have multiplayer that you can add with them, with DK letting player 1 control Donkey Kong and then player 2 either being Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, or Cranky Kong, and Kirby being player 1 in its game, and then you could be the classics such as King DDD or Meta Knight, and also the Star Allies that Kirby does on his adventure along the way. When playing both of these games in 2-player, I felt DK was doing less as a whole game playthrough when you would be Dixie Kong, Diddy Kong, or Cranky Kong, as a lot of the times you would just go on Donkey Kong's back and help him out that way, where in Kirby Star Allies I really felt like you guys were working together and the second player was helping you solve the puzzles along the way. So I'm gonna have to give the multiplayer feature to Kirby Star Allies. The next subject I want to look here is the length of the game, and both of these games have quite a bit of collectibles that can add to the length of the game. As one, you are collecting puzzle pieces in Kirby and Donkey Kong, ironically, and then Donkey Kong you are also collecting the DK Kong classic letters as well. And there's also switches you can get in Kirby that are unlocking different levels along the way. And playing through both of these games, DK was a longer game overall if you do it casual or 100% complete it. I spent about 5 hours on Kirby and I spent about 15 hours on Donkey Kong, so at this point I'm going to definitely have to give this game to Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for the length of the game. The last thing I want to look at, does Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze hold itself back for being a Wii U port? So Kirby Star Allies was a brand new game that released on the Nintendo Switch in 2018, and Donkey Kong is a port from a 2014 game. That being added, only Funky Kong was added to the Donkey Kong game, making it a little bit easier for the people that wanted not as much of a challenge for the game. But I also did not even use that mode as I enjoyed the challenge in Donkey Kong. Some people did complain that they shouldn't be paying $60 for a Wii U port onto the Nintendo Switch like Donkey Kong, but playing both of these games back and forth and going through it, I'm gonna have to argue and say, you know what, it was really Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze that I felt was the better game overall. Is I had more to do in the game, I spent more time playing it, and it was more of a challenge than Kirby Star Allies. Even if it was a port, I had more fun just even playing through the game again, and it has so much to offer. Now, again, remember, this is my opinion and my opinion only. I would love to know your comments below on what you think is better, but I'm gonna have to go with Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for the winner of this game versus game. Do you agree with my decision, or do you think something different on there? I would love to know in the comments below which game you think is better, and remember, this is just my opinion and my opinion only. Thank you so much for watching. Please smash that like button if you like this, as it really helps me out, and consider subscribing. And as always, everyone of YouTube, show me your moves.